Hello everyone, we are here for a case opening video, or should I say half a case. So I was able to, long ago, like last year, was able to secure a pre-order for OP06 Wings of the Captain for One Piece. I have been playing One Piece, I have not been putting out content for it up until this point. So I thought it's about time to start at least putting the foot into the water. Speaking of water, apologize for the background sounds. That's going to be effectively my aquarium going. But now that I got that out the way, so we're just going to open half a case. We're starting with the top portion now, and the hits we're looking for is hopefully, well, of course we're going to look for the manga rare. That goes without saying. But we're also looking for maybe the alt art leader for Yamato. I know it's not that it's not that expensive, but I'm also looking for the alt art leader of Uda. Uda is my favorite character to build for in this game. And I haven't been able to fully utilize the green Uda because I wasn't able to get a hold of the event song cards in there. So I'm going to try, even though I know it's not great, I'm going to try my hand at the purple red Uda. But without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it. As always, we're going to start out slow with the first box, and then after that, we're just going to start just wrapping it on through because it's going to be a lot of just repeated cards. All right, so let's get right on in it. All right, so this is going to be box number one. Let's see, we're going to start with the left-hand side. For the most part, the only thing we don't want to hit SR-wise, I mean, yeah, I do want to play set them. So we at maximum, I'd like to hit them 4 times would be, I believe it's Shanks, and who's the other one? I'll know when I see it, but yeah, we'll get right on into it. So first we got Tokikake, Count Battler, Koshiro, Inupe, Raki, Jigoro the Wind. I do also, now that I'm going through these, also want, I guess, an alt art of the leader for Perona. I don't want to build the Moria deck, but I do want to build the Perona version. Gideon. Okay, so good thing since I am trying the Yamato build, yellow-green Yamato build, Kikunojo, I'm going to need at least a playset of that, so that's good so far. And then last one, we got Douglas Bullet. It's the red film, so both of these can go towards the red Uda deck. Well, red-purple Uda deck. So that's not a bad first. Okay, I kind of cheated when I was opening this pack, so I do know this one has hotness in it to some form. So we're just going to keep going right on through. We already seen Count Battler. We got Vinsmoke Reiju. We got Raizo. I'm just going to guess his name is Schneider. But I will never doubt a woman's tears. Sanji, being the White Knight. We got Thriller Bark. Going to need that for Perona. The Arc Maxim. Vinsmoke Sora. Amano Sword, Hyozo. We got Reject Band card from Yellow. And then lastly, we have... Okay, I thought it was a spicy hit, but no, it's just another good card. Vinsmoke Reiju. I am interested in building the German 66 deck, so this is a nice little starting point for getting that in. So, we're just going to go ahead and sleeve that right now. And then we're just going to keep going. All right. So next, I'm actually curious which side has the most You know what? I'm going to do a little bit of at least with this video, statistics. And I'm going to put it at the end of what we got from each side to see which one statistically, at least from one case opening, is a bit of a skewed ratio. But, ooh, I like that Sakazuki art. Okay. It's going to be a bit of a skew ratio, but at least we get a general idea of what you could expect to see. Oh, actually, let me grab this rare and then just throw that over here. All right, first up we have Vinsmoke Ichiji. On play, the number of Donna cards on the field is equal to or less than the number of your opponents. Give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power, and this character gains Rush. This is pretty much the backbone of the whole Germa deck. Just cheat him out as early as possible and swing with him as much as possible. And doesn't matter if he goes to trash, you can just bring him right back on out. So this is a good card for that deck. And then we got Dr. Hog back. All right, you may return 2 cards from the trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. Add up to 1 Thriller Bark Pirate type card other than Dr. Hotback from the trash to your hand. Black has really... Ooh, nice. The Altar Dawn. Black has really got... I've always had an issue with black only because most of the decks I like to play really revolve around low cost. So they're always just wrecking me anyway. But ever since they got the recycle from trash, it's just been so oppressive fighting them. And frankly, I'm kind of happy that Sakazuki got banned just because I'm tired of black beating the crap out of me. Give me a chance. I don't play red, so I'm not going to have that pro tag power. So, I mean, then again, I am going to play purple red Uda. So I guess I am going to be playing red. Okay, so I take it back a bit. But I'm still going to hate on you, black. All right, Kingdom of Germa, Inurashi, Shadows Asgard. Ooh, all right. We got the Luffy, generic searcher for a film. Look top 3, add 1 to your hand, put the rest at the bottom. Thing that I like about it, has a trigger effect. I'm not... Ooh, you ain't even worth killing time. I'm not sure if my English teacher would appreciate if that's a correct statement or proper grammar, but rest up to one of your opponent's character with a cost of 6 or less. KO up to one of your opponent's character with a cost of 6 or less. So this is another good card for the Perona deck that's going right in. If I get the lead, I'm going to get, out of 6 cases, I'm at least going to get the generic print of the Perona leader. But I might have to order, if I don't get the Altar leader, I might have to order a custom art of Perona. Because I'm not really with the generic art as it is. All right, so we got Shark Arrows, Lola, the White Knight, Victoria Sindri, Saga, Shiki, and then we got Vinsmoke Yonji. I just like the fact that each one of the brothers' name is a play on numbers. Yonji, Yon 4, Ichiji, Ich 1, Sanji, San 3. The parents were very inventive when they came up with these names, and I use the word parents loosely. Should be parent. Still not technically a spoiler. All right, and then lastly we have Perona. Okay, good job. So on play, if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, choose 1, trash 1. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -3 cost during the turn, and 2,000 counter, 5,000 power. That's just a really good SR. All right, where's the sleeve? Got to make sure we sleeve all of our good stuff since we went through the trouble, and we were able to actually acquire product, and I know some people have been struggling to find product, so at least let me respect the cards that I've been given, or at least paid for. All right, next up we got Inazuma, Braham, Gasparde, Monkey D. Garp, Hamond, Genbo, Vinsmoke Yonji, Jaguar D. Sol, Hachan, White Snake, Charlotte Pudding. This is a cheeky card in blue. So if your opponent tries to get a whole bunch of cards in their hand, you can just slap her down. Your opponent returns all cards in their hand to the deck and then draws until they have 5. So you can... Like, this is really annoying. When I was playing with my Uda deck, I would have like 20 cards in hand, and then they would just throw down Pudding, and then I'd have to put them all back in deck and then draw 5. It really hurts. But it's a nice card all in all. If I'm able to finally get Vivi to work, I might slide this in and then just make an annoying Vivi for right now. At least until we get some blue or red more Alabasta support. All right, next and last, we have Totmusica. All right, rest one of your Uda cards. This character gains 5,000 powers during the turn, 6,000 base power. So it's an 11k beater for 5 costs effectively, as long as you have an Uda. That's not bad. All right, next up, next pack. See, I think the issue with the film deck is, yes, it has red, yes, it has purple, but it seems both of them are doing 2 different things. So for the purple, yeah, it wants to ramp, but it has to trash cards in hand in order effectively to use that effect for the Uda leader. And between red and black, it doesn't have much draw power. So yeah, you can ramp really, I guess really quick, but at the cost of losing hand advantage. And then unless you can get some really good, strong board presence and pressure, it's not really going to matter all too much, at least from my experience playing that one. But let's see, we got Absalom. On play, you may return 2 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. KO up to one of your opponent's characters for cost of 2 or less. Another key card in the Gecko Mora deck. And then we have... Ooh, okay, hold on. I am unfamiliar with you. We have Vander Decken the Ninth. On play, trash 1 Fishman type card from your hand or 1 Ark Noah from your hand or field. KO up to one of your opponent's rested... Actually, for a 2 cost, that's not bad at all. Because as long as the character's rested, it gets KO. It doesn't care about cost at all. So technically, you can get rid of a big, beefy character with this. I might have to experiment with this one a little bit. Okay. All right. So at least so far on the left-hand side, we've only seen 2 SRs. So, gosh, I don't remember off the top of my head how many SRs you're supposed to get total. I'll find out by the end of this box and I guess videos how many you get per box. But right now it's looking like right might be the hotness. All right, we got another Vinsmoke Yonji. I don't think I went over it last time. If the number of Don cards in your field is equal to or less than the number of on your opponent's field, this character gains 1,000 and has blocker. All right, and then we got another Monkey D. Luffy. We already talked about it, so we'll move on. Okay, so let's see. Really, I think I need to prioritize getting the yellow cards for the Yamato deck. Yamato was already my, I'm going to say favorite leader to build around. But the initial yellow Yamato wasn't enough. It was like a fake Garp. So once your life got low, you could be at 6,000, but that's only on your opponent's turn. And technically it's on your turn too, since you have to have a Don attached in order to use that effect. But the new Yamato is way much better because it puts so much pressure and has a little bit more utility to it. All right, so for the rare we have Gravity Blade, Raging Tiger. Place up to 2 characters with a cost of 6 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck in any order. And place up to 1 character with a cost of 5 or less at the bottom of the deck of any order for the trigger. It's a 7 play cost. It's pretty hefty, but it can help you get rid of some annoying characters. Like if your opponent has 2 blockers and you just need to get one strike in, this might be a good card to help. Ooh, okay. So there we go. We're talking about yellow. So we have Kozuki Momonosuke. Blocker, on play, add up to 1 Land of Wano type characters other than himself to the top or bottom of the owner's life cards face up. So this card is good just because it helps you. Yellow puts things in their life, and this will let you take things right back out. With him and the other card, I forget the name of that card right now, but it's a 2-drop, 2K counter, and it lets you put something in life, and when you play this, you can put that card back into life, so you effectively recycle your 2K counter right back to your hand. So this is pretty nice. Okay. Again, sleeve! Alright, so that's the 3rd super rare for the left-hand side. So next, well, we still haven't seen an Altar, and we still haven't seen a secret rare. So we are getting pretty close to seeing what our maybe hotness is going to be. Let's see. All right, I'm going to put out a... Oh, first, talk about this. We got Vinsmoke Niji, or number 2. On play, the number of Dons, effectively, if you have equal to or less Don than your opponent, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less, or return up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. Has a little bit of nice utility. All right, and it's not that weak. Really, you're not playing for the play costs in the Germa deck. You're playing out a weaker, cheaper body, and then that cheaper body beckons the more expensive one from the trash. So it's not bad. Ooh, okay. And definitely going to need at least a playset of these. Oh, Nami. I don't know why I was thinking it was a 2K counter. That would make this card way too overpowered. But on play, up to one of your leaders or characters' card gains Banish. This is very oppressive in the Yamato deck because Yamato has innate double attack. So play this and then put it on your Yamato. It effectively forces your opponent to block unless they feel like they can game you regardless of it. And if that wasn't enough, its trigger is KO up to one of your opponent's character with a cost of 5 or less. This is a very powerful card for just a simple rare. And I'm not sure if it's indicative of the direction that One Piece is going to go in the next coming sets, if just a rare is that powerful. All right. And I think I've already said this once before, so, you know, boy who cried wolf. I think I saw some super shiny in the background, so it might be an alt art, or it might just be another super rare that just looks extra shiny, but we'll find out soon, very soon. I think it's an alt art, so I'm going to put these to the side. I'm going to flip that face down because I don't want to know just yet, and I'm going to talk about Arlong. On play, you may trash one card from your hand. Up to one of your opponent's rested leader cannot attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Nice stun. I would have liked it a little bit more if it had just at least 1,000 counter, but I guess being able to stun a leader is powerful enough so it doesn't need the additional counter. And it also does have a trigger. Rest up to one of your opponent's character for cost of 4 or less. So yeah, I guess it's fair. We're asking for too much if we wanted shield, I guess. And I'm going to preemptively grab a sleeve. And then I'm going to reveal what our super shiny textured card, because I can feel it. We got we got the alt art character Perona. Not bad. Oh, wow, hold on. You know what? You don't really get the feel inside the sleeve, so let's get it outside the sleeve. Let's see if we can get a little bit of the texturing in there. That is a beautiful card. And I feel like it really does showcase Perona's, at least, personality from the show. Nice. All right. Okay, so right now, it's looking like the left-hand side is the hotness. We still haven't seen the secret or the potential other alt art, so I might be speaking too soon, but that's kind of hard to beat. It's kind of hard to beat. All right. So we got Braham, Dosun, Ichiji, Lily Card. I really want to make this work. It's effectively play something from trash by blowing up something from something on in your hand. Hold on. You may trash one of your characters. Actually, I am incorrect. Trash one character on your field. So it sacrifices a bit of board presence to play a weaker card with between 2,000 and 5,000 power from your trash rested. I'm pretty determined to try to make this work. I'll get back with a potential recipe once I gain some battle data. Yeah, let's phrase it that way. Nothing at all. Zoro looked like the cool boy he is. We got Jaguar D Sol, Shark Arrows again, Amanomoto Kumo Sword, Hyozo, Hitokiri Kamazu, Negative Hollow, Perona card. You know what? We've been getting a lot of Perona cards. I ain't opposed to it. Has anybody felt like this was a good thing to run in your Perona or more, or just black in general? Because I feel at this point in the game, there's not enough cards that just force your opponent to trash a card from their hand. If anyone is having a good amount of success with this, let me know. Kind of, if you could, give me a general build, how you're trying to gear it. But yeah, I'm genuinely curious. And then we have another Totem Musica. All right. So that's the left-hand side. So now we're going to get into the right-hand side. So we at least know we didn't get both secret / alt arts on the left-hand side. So at least for this box, it was equally distributed. All right. Monkey Guard, Meteor Strike of Love, I'm not sure. There must have been a One Piece movie that I missed because I do not remember this scene. Let's see I can't even figure out who's in there. Okay, we're just gonna move on. I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out what movie I missed and then go watch it so that I'm not just an ignorant, filthy, casual One Piece fan. All right, Blue Dragon Water Seals. This must be from the same movie. We got Wiper. I need to change my Wiper blades, by the way. That's a good reminder. We got another Sakazuki. Ooh, first Toshigi. All right, Toshigi, one cause. Look at 5 cards. Okay, so this is the Navy Searcher. All right. It's not bad, not bad. It's kind of cute. I like it. Don't like Navy, but, I like Toshigi. Okay, ooh. Hold on. I can get the name. Shuraya. Oh, nope. Wrong place. Come on. There we go. Put you over there. Shuraya. This is a actually decent blocker. This is a blocker / aggressor. So it's just a 3 cost 4,000, 1,000 counter. However, it's a blocker that has when attacking and on block. This character's base power becomes the same as your opponent's leader until the start of your next turn. So this is very annoying against you having this against something like Whitebeard. It's just very annoying because Whitebeard is at 6, so typically you have to commit resources or things like that to be able to touch him. But no, you swing with Shuraya, he instantly becomes the same power as your leader. Also, if you just want this to swing at another character, whenever it swings or whatever is blocked, it's always going to be at the same power as your leader. And it doesn't matter whether they have, at least on their turn, whether they have Dawn or not, whether they got boosted or not, it will always be at the power that your opponent's leader is at. So that makes this a excellent blocker, especially if they have leaders that restand themselves like Uda. This can really just burn their chops. All right, sleeve. I probably should keep the sleeves closer so I don't have to keep reaching over and going out of camera shot. All right. So, let's do it like this. Right. And left. And I'm just going to try to keep those in frame so we just have a reminder what we saw in each side of the packs. At least for SRs. We're generally not too concerned with rares because out of 6 boxes, I'm fairly confident I'm going to get at least a play set of all of the rares. It's not even going to be an issue. Nothing at all. Another Saga. I typically only keep him in only because... Ooh, okay. I'm just going to skip right over him just because I got Uda. I mean, it's not the pretty shiny Uda, but I gotta give Uda love whenever I see it. When attacking, you may trash 1 film card from your hand. Give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 during this turn. Then add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as rested. So yeah, it gives minus 2,000 power. Hasn't been too many instances when swinging at a character, having minus 2,000 power really mattered. At least in the way I built it, but that minus hand advantage really hurts because you can play Gil Tarosa to kind of mitigate that, but it's almost been every time I've just put Gil Tarosa on the field, he's instantly blown up. They're not having any of that shenanigans. So it hurts. It just hurts. We got another Vinsmoke Ichiji, whom we discussed, and another Arlong. So we're just going to keep on moving on. Okay. So, I wonder what's the most pulled SR in this set so far. And this is just going off a TCG player. I'm going to assume it's Shanks, even though I haven't seen Shanks yet. Shanks and Shuraya. Only because they're no, it's Shanks and... what's the Germa big man called? The 7 cost. I can't remember his name. Whatever, it's that guy. Okay, we got another Absalon and another Kikunojo. And since I didn't talk about it last time, let's on KO, if your opponent has 3 or less life cards, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. So it's a nice little heal, and its trigger effect, if your opponent has 3 or less life card, play this card. So you can do some really annoying, between Momonosuke and Kikunojo, you can do some really frustrating stuff. Like, truly. Alright, let's move on. Next! Alright, didn't see a super shiny, so this is probably just another rare or a super rare. So we're just gonna... Ooh, Zeph. Yeah. When your opponent activates blocker or an event, if your leader has East Blue type, you may trash 4 cards from the top of your deck. So, yeah. They're trying to give Blue Nami more support. And it's kind of in a weird place, because if they give Blue Nami enough support where the alt win condition is way easier than the normal win condition, I feel like that's going to cause a problem for the game. Just my personal opinion. All right, here we go. It's not a shiny, but we're going to talk about it because it's Yamato. All right, this is the Yamato leader, dual color, 5,000 power, double attack, innate. Whenever it touches your opponent's leader, 2 damage. And then, at the point where they touch their opponent leader, then Yamato's main skill is active. If your opponent has 3 or less life cards, give up to 2 rested dons to one of your characters. So Yamato touches your opponent's leader once, skill is live, and then for the vast majority of the other support that comes with Yamato in this set, then become live. Like Kikunojo says, when your opponent's life is at 3 or less, that's when that skill becomes active. All right, we got another Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. Ooh, okay. See, yeah, I'm going to talk about this. So we got Zephyr. This is the first one. On play, -1 Don. Negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters during this turn. Then, if that character has 5,000 power or less, KO it. See, this... It's purple, but it's doing red things. And I feel like Uda specifically needs more of this, just to synergize with what that leader wants to do. Primarily, most purple cards KO based on cost, not necessarily by power. So I feel like this was made at a approach to kind of synergize a little bit better with Uda. If this had at least 1,000 shield, this would have been easy slot in the deck. But with it being just I'm just going to call it vanilla. I'm not sure how many to run, because it is a hefty 7 cost. You do ramp, but you do lose a lot of hand advantage. And for decks that, and I'm talking about you, Black, with decks that KO a whole bunch of characters, if you don't have hand advantage and you don't have board advantage, you're just dead in the water. All right, so next we have, okay, I have no idea what that is. It looked like a Don, but I'm not sure if I've been seeing Don, just a vanilla Don in these packs. So I'm kind of clueless as to what the last one is. Okay. No, we've been talking about leaders, and yes, I realize I skipped Perona. I'll talk about it when I see the next one, but we'll talk about Reiju now, since we just now got to her. Blue, purple. Your turn. Once returned, when a Don card on your field is returned to your Don deck, draw 1 card. And with this archetype, there's a lot of returning of your Don to the Don deck. So you're going to be drawing a card quite often. All right. So shiny card is You're the One Who Should Disappear. It's kind of mean, but, you know, Enel was kind of a jerk, so it's kind of warranted. All right. You may trash 1 card in your hand. Up to one of your leader or characters gain 3,000 power during this battle. And it's a 0 cost. That's actually really good. And, then again, I think all of the trash 1 card, 3,000 power have all been 0 cost, so it's okay. It's okay. You're losing hand, but if you draw enough, it makes up for it. Okay. And, oh, Cammy. I think that's the first one you've seen. So Cammy, I believe she is, yep. On play, look at 4 cards on top of the deck. Reveal up to 1 Fishman Merfolk type other than Cammy. Add it to your hand. Place the rest on the bottom. So just the Fishman Searcher. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought I saw a Dawn. It's just the Altar Dawn, so we got our second one. Between this, let's see, 2 in the box. Yeah, well, I have a play set. A play set that I can play with. All right, here we go. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right, we still haven't seen the Secret Rare. I'm gonna assume, or I'm gonna call into the universe or into existence. The other one's gonna get an Altar. my other hit in this box is going to be an alt art, and it's going to be alt art Yamato. That's what I want. We got Gil Toroso. We got Emporio Ivankov. We got Gum Gum King Kong Gatling. Okay. Main, up to one of your leader or characters get 3,000 power. Then if your opponent has a character with 7,000 power or more, up to one of your leader or characters gain 1,000 power. So effectively you get 4,000. You can get 4,000, or you can spread it across however the way. It's not bad, but yeah. Trigger effect, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a power of 5,000 or less. All right. Ooh, okay, yeah, there we go. That's who I was talking about. All right, so yeah, between Kozuki Momonosuke and Kozuki Hiyori, they make a powerful combo. On play, you may add one card from the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand. Add up to one card from your hand to the top of your life cards. What makes this so strong is the fact that you can add any card from your hand to the top of your opponent's life. So, I mean, not to the top of your opponent's life, to the top of your life. So you know what's in your life. You can put a trigger, you can put a character, you can put anything in there, and you know what it is. Your opponent doesn't know what it is, so you kind of play mind games with your opponent. And then, right after you play her, you can play Momonosuke, add up to one of your Lando Wano type characters to the top of the bottom of your deck of your life. So you can play her, put something from your hand to the top of life, and then play Momo, put her to top of life. So you're going to get back a 2,000 counter card right back to hand, so you can reuse this again later. Okay, that's not bad at all. Okay, let's sleeve you right now. And forgive me for being rude. You're kind of sliding into the discard pile. I didn't mean to do that. Alt Art Perone, forgive me. Forgive me of my careless ways. Okay, so that's one more good hit. So let's see, we got 4 SRs on one side. I'm still gonna count that as an SR, even though it's an alt art SR. And for right now, we only got 2 on the right hand side. All right, so maybe there's 8. Maybe there's only supposed to be 6 SRs, and shouldn't really count that because that's an alt art. And I don't think that's counted in the in the pool. All right, so for the Perona build, we have, well, Perona or Orlando Wano, technically, but on play, on KO up to one of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 4 or less. This is more so for Perona because Perona can force 4 costs into the rested position. And yeah, it's a pretty good card for that deck. And then we have one more negative hollow. Just trash a card from the opponent's hand. All right. Moving on. I believe we only have roughly 4 more left. And then, well, not including the one in my hand. And then we're just going to start shotgunning through these because the commons and uncommons, well, most people who are looking forward to OP06 know what they do. And, I say that, and then looking at Garp, I have no idea what Garp does. Matter of fact, let me read. Just because I said that, and I have no idea what some of these cards do because I don't really play Blue all too much. Don X2, when attacking, if you have 4 or less cards in your hand, your opponent can activate a blocker during the... Okay. 5 costs, vanilla, 2 Don, no shield. Pass. All right. We got the Arc Maxim. We got Zeo. Meteor Strike of Love, Psy, Kuzan, Young Rebellious form, I'm assuming, Vinsmoke Sora, and then okay, you're new, to me at least. Alright, we got Suru. On play, you may trash 2 cards from your hand. Your opponent returns one of their characters to the owner's hand. Ooh, that's potentially really sneaky. 5 cost, 2,000 counter. So if you can get it to where your opponent only has 1 character on board, they are forced to return that character. I can see some sneak plays with this. Okay, I'm going to put this in theory crafting section. Okay, well, we hit our secret. So we got Sanji. I already said I'm not really playing blue, but if they just keep giving me Sanji, I might have to work my way into it. Ooh, that texturing looks beautiful, actually. That is really nice. Okay. On play, reveal one card from the top of your deck and play up to one character with a cost of 9 or less other than Sanji. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. Okay. Okay. I've mostly seen him played in Queen for obvious reasons. But okay. Okay. I'll think about playing Sanji just because he showed up. Fine. All right, so that was our right-hand side. So, theoretically, this box is done. Unless, there's 2 altars and a secret in here. I'm going to hold out hope for that's the case because I'm still hoping for my altar leader, Yamato. It'd be nice. It'd be really nice. But, sometimes we have to face reality for the fact that sometimes our plans just go awry. All right. Both those we've seen. Keep it going. 3 more packs left. We need 1 more SR to at least balance out, I guess, the ratios. So, I'm going to guess it's going to be Shanks. Just because I do need Shanks for the Uda deck. And I haven't seen it yet. Give up to... Okay, no. We got Douglas. Okay, there we go. It's the character I was talking about, whom name I couldn't remember. Vinsmoke Judge. I think this is the other most common one, or at least the least sought after SR. On play, Don -1. You may trash 2 cards from your hand, play up to 4 German 66 characters with different names, and 4,000 power or less from your trash. Main, Don -1. Rest up to one of your opponent's Don cards. It's 8 costs, and I guess I can see why. With the Germa deck, you're really sending back Don quite often, so you're probably not going to get up to 8. And if you're at a point where you have gotten up to 8 and you haven't finished off your opponent, I mean, I guess you can run 1 or 2 of these just as a maybe. But for the most part, you're banking on Vinsmoke Ichiji just speeding out and putting so much pressure on your opponent. But, it's cool to have for collection purposes. It's not bad. All right, so there we go. We got the other SR. So I believe the other 2 packs are quote-unquote duds. But we're going to take a look anyway. All right, so we got Dosun, Nijiji, Koshiro, Shark Arrows, Ratchet, Kingdom of Germa, Jigoro of the Wind, Gion, Germa 66, Hody Jones. I said I was going to talk about all the leaders. I guess I'll be true to my word. So we got Hody Jones or Hody Jones, however you want to pronounce it. You may rest this leader. Rest up to one of your opponent's Don cards or characters for cost of 3 or less. Then you cannot add life cards to your hand during using your own effects during this turn. If memory serves, in this set, a lot of the Fishman cards take things from life to activate this effect. So you could use your leader's effect and you don't have to pay the take from life to use effect. So, I mean, it works with the archetype. It is what it is. And another vendor decking the 9th. And, the first Brook I've seen. Okay, so we have on play, choose 1 trash, up to one of your opponent's characters with cost of 4 or less. Your opponent places 3 cards from their trash at the bottom of the deck in any order. Pick one or the other. 6,000 power, 6 cards. It's black. You might be able to cheat it out. So the 6,000, 6 play cost isn't that bad, I suppose. And the last pack doesn't look like it's any hotness. So yeah, it was a stretch, but we can dream. We can be delusional. At least with our card games. We can be delusional with our card games. Okay? Other areas of life, you got to face reality, but card games are your happy place, hopefully. All right, so we got Black Bug, German card. If the number of Don cards in your field is equal to or less than the number of your opponents, place up to one of your opponent's characters with cost of 5 or less to the bottom of the order. Ooh, a purple bottom deck card. I actually might mess around with this. Huh. Trigger, place up to one of your opponent's characters with cost of 4 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. Yeah, I might throw this into Uda. This might be just anything to make Uda work, really. But all right. Ooh, okay. There we go. Put this to the side, and we at least got one Shanks. Shanks is one of the 4 Emperors, 10 costs, big boy, 12,000 power. On play, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with power of 10k or less. So effectively, just not another 10 cost. So I believe all the other 10 drops are at least 12, so he can probably get rid of everyone other than that. Yeah. I feel safe saying that statement. I could be wrong, but yeah, who cares? You always hold with whatever you say, unless you're 100% confident, you can always possibly be wrong. So always maintain that. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I'm confident in my statement until more evidence is presented. So okay, so for right now, for the right hand side, we got the secret, and we got 4 other SRs. For the left hand side, we got 3 SRs and an alt chart. For the most part, I am fairly confident Perona alt chart character is worth more than the secret rare Sanji, so it looks like the left hand side wins this one. And we move on over to the second box. All right, here we are for box 2. Like I said, we're just gonna shotgun through these, so we're just gonna skip straight to the back to see what our hits are. And if we get any new ones, we'll talk about it. If not, we'll just keep it moving. So we got another, ooh, excuse me, we got another Hiyori. And for this one, okay, I'm gonna guesstimate for this box, my alt chart is probably going to be, I mean, I guess it's not fun if you just keep saying the same character over again. So this time, I'm gonna hit a special art of Lin Lin. Okay, well, there's one alt art. It's not Lin Lin, but it's not bad either. I mean, I ain't looking to build the Moria deck, but I sure will take alt art Gecko Moria. Man, that's... what am I doing? Again, can't really do justice to the foil, to the texturing and the foiling if it's in the sleeve. My goodness, that is a menacing card. Okay, so put that in the sleeve. And then, yeah, let's address. So, Gekomora on play, choose up to 1 character card with a cost of 4 or less, and up to 1 character with a cost of 2 or less from your trash. Play 1, and then play the other card rested. Typically, from what I've seen with people playing this card, they always play Rebecca, the 4-cost blocker, and then they play something else, and then Rebecca will follow suit, play something else, and then add something from trash to hand. So this just allows black to kind of do its mini swarm from the dead, I guess, or from the shadows, however you want to phrase it. But that's not a bad hit at all. And you know, that's actually fairly early. Okay, so we get the hypothesize. I'm going to assume that took the place of a special rare Lin Lin that I guess. So I'm going to change it. So I'm going to assume the other one's going to be alt. I'm being greedy. It's going to be Zoro. All right, so no new ones there. So we're going to keep rolling. I think the probability, since I said Zoro, I think the probability of getting manga rare Zoro is like 1 in 3 or 1 in 5 cases. I only got 1 case, so I'm not going to hold my breath on that. It'd be a nicety, but even if I did get it, I feel like I would try to sell it, but then again, it would be the kid in me and be like, it's too cool. I just want to put it in the picture frame and look at it all day. So that's why I'm like, I kind of want it and I kind of don't want it. Because I feel like, knowing me, I would just sit on it. As someone who's collecting card games, or at least vast majority Bandai card games, that's not too bad of a thing. Okay, so we did get another Gekomora. So this is the regular art for Gekomora. Yeah, this one looks a lot more friendly, a lot more kind of like a gothic Ronald McDonald. Yeah, this is, I feel like this is an accurate representation. If Ronald McDonald, being a fast food mascot, he'd probably have a belly like that. And, you know, if he was into that gothic like look, yeah, this would be what he dressed up like. Okay, but yeah. All right, so we got 2 SRs and an alt art SR on the right-hand side this time. So we're still gonna hope for not the special rare. We're gonna hope for alt art leader. We got Arlong and okay, that's the first one I've seen of him. So we got a Navy guy. I'm trying to make sure with all my descriptions I'm being as non-spoiler friendly as possible. So we got Adamaki, blocker, kind of a big boy. Main, once per turn you may trash one card from your hand and place one character for cost of 2 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. It doesn't care from which side of the field. This character gains 3,000 power during this turn. So it gets fairly buff. Feels weird to have a blocker that gets buff unless you can stand them back up because you typically want to keep them in the active state. But what do I know? This is more likely just for more Sakazuki support, even though Sakazuki got axed. Oh man, that must suck if you really liked playing Sakazuki. Let me stop. That's not how it should be. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of people who wasn't playing Sakazuki just because he was so overpowered that I think in regionals or tournaments he was taking first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place. Kind of like how Whitebeard was back in the day. Oh, okay. So we got so this was the hot side. So we got the alt art Hoodie Jones. I feel like this is the art's not to my liking, but between the two, it's the better art. I feel kind of has Aquaman vibes. You know what? The foiling and texturing is actually really good. They did good water effects. Okay. So this one, 7 cost, has rush. On play, rest up to a total of 2 of your opponent's characters or Dawn cards. Then add 1 card from the top of your life to your hand. And that's what I was saying. So the Fishmans in this set, they deal with your life. They touch your life. They're trying to be yellow, I feel like. But that's why the leader has that effect. Cards won't come out of your life when you rest that leader to use his skill. So that lets them not cheat out character, but lets the character cheat their skills a little bit. So easily, unless there's another alt art in here or another leader, yeah, the right hand side wins, hands down. So we got Judge. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of SRs on the right hand side. I almost don't want to even look at the left hand side. It's not going to be anything left for it. Okay, we got another Onami and Douglas Bullet. Last pack of the right hand side. Man, left hand side is going to be really anticlimactic. And then we got Dr. Hogg back in another Ryoma. Okay. I guess I'll sleeve you, Judge. I know you're only like 25 cents, but you are an SR, so I'll sleeve you, So 2 alt arts, 4 SRs. So I think the only thing we have to look forward to on the left-hand side is probably 2 SRs. Okay, yep, there's one of them. Put that there. And then this is regular art Hoodie Jones. And this is alt art Hoodie Jones. Okay, which one do you think is better? This one or this one? This one's kind of a little cartoonish. This one has a little bit more of a serious feel. Yeah, I still prefer this one. Alright, so let's sleeve you. I'm gonna need more sleeves. Alright. So that's left hand side. I think I was seeing while I was waiting for this case to show up, what were the quote unquote statistics, at least from some people, for what they were pulling. It looks like on average they would get from a case 2 alt art leaders. It looked like almost everyone got Treasure Rare Nami. And it's skewed because the people who got crap, I'm not going to say crap, but non-optimal cases, they tend not to post their results as often as other people who, just, oh, look, I pulled alt art, I pulled manga rare Zora, It makes it seem like manga rare Zoro is just everywhere, but no, it's just the people who were fortunate enough to pull it voice their joy with their acquisition, whereas the other one's just like, whatever, I got what I got. Okay. Yep. And this is looking to be as expected for the left-hand side. You're just getting... Ooh, well, at least we got another SR. We got our Perona. So at least on the left-hand side, we got 3 super rares. Not gonna lie, I thought I saw more foiling than I did. So I was like, is that a third alt art? Yes! No, well. I'm not mad at getting another Perona. All right. Yep, we saw both of those, and I believe these are the last 3. And one of these has Manga Rare Zoro in it. Oh, another thing. I was just joking about the Manga Rare Zoro. But another thing I've seen something along the line of the bottom boxes of a case are the hot ones. So that's why I decided to do the top ones first. Also because I feel like maybe if I delay the gratification of opening the bottom one first in search of the hot cards, it will increase my imagination's odds of getting the hot Zoro. All right, so that's box 2. Here we go for the results. Yep. So we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, I'm just gonna say we got 7 SRs and then we got 2 alt arts. So it's not a bad spread. Yeah, okay. Right-hand side won by a landslide. It's not even close. Box 3. All right, here we go. This is box 3. So we're going to do prediction. If I get one prediction right, then I start getting a little bit more detail with the predictions. But let's see. I feel like we're going to get... Oh, gosh. Probably going to get regular art, secret rare Zoro, and then the other hit card... Gosh, I'm blanking. You know what? It's probably going to be like alt art Cammy. I don't want it, but there's got to... Out of all these, there's going to have to be one alt art that I was just like, ugh. I didn't want it. And it's not because the art itself is bad. It's because I don't want to build the Fishman deck. So I don't need pretty Fishman cards. So, yeah. All right. So it looks like right now, right-hand side's off to a slow start. You know, it's taking a break from the hotness that it did last time. Okay, and then we're right back into it. So our first alt art is another yellow card. Alt art Momonosuke. Oh my goodness. I love the effect on the dragon in the background. That is magnificent. Okay, that's not a bad start. Here we go. We're going to sleeve you, Absalom, get to the rare section with the rest of you. Okay, so that's... Okay, so we're going to take back Cammy. Actually, before... no, we're going to take back Cammy, and now it's Momonosuke. So we're still looking just for the secret rare Zoro. But in hindsight... Not in hindsight, but now that I'm talking, I'm trying to think. How many... special rares I think each... Okay, we got another Mora. But I think each one that I've at least witnessed had one special rare? Alternate? I don't know what they're called. It's the characters going through their daily lives art. At least that's how it was described for... the inspiration for how they made the art for those alt arts from the previous set. All right. And this one, we got another Aramaki. Oh, nope. You're not a SR I want, but you are an SR, so I will sleeve you. You never know what happens in the future, and let this be known. I'm going to do my little PSA. You never know what happens in the future. So always protect your cards to the best of your ability. Bare minimum, just sleeve them. Sleeve them if you're going to have them out, use them. And if you're not going to use them, put them in the binder. And man, I was right. Okay, that's one prediction correct. We got Alt Art Cammy. Now I got to figure out what to do with you. It is a beautiful card. I do like the bubble effect in the background. That is pretty. Maybe this will just be a decorative piece I keep. Well, there goes Secret Rare Zoro. Actually, that might be a problem. I don't necessarily need a playset of Zoro, but I do need at least 2 Zoros for at least one of the things I'm concocting. So the fact I haven't seen one of them yet is a wee bit concerning. And I didn't think it would. I figured every pack was going to have not every pack, but every box was going to have a secret rare in it. I don't know where I had that thought from, but I might have to go and procure some Zoros if this is going to be how we're going into this. Then again, this is the top the top set of boxes, so maybe that's why. Or maybe, the Zoro that shows up is going to be Manga Rare Zoro. We can keep going with this copium. I'd never get tired of it. But the fact we haven't seen them yet, the gambler's fallacy is like, hey, I haven't hit yet. That means I'm going to hit in the future, right? Right? Ooh, okay. Not mad at another Reiju. If I get enough of the pieces, I might make the deck. I mean, the deck's not bad at all. It's actually sneaky good. Right. Okay, so it looks like we already got our hits. I don't think we're going to get any secret rares or alt arts in this. So, the only other thing we're probably going to get, I'm going to guess we're going to get like five total alt arts on the left-hand side now, since we only got 4 on the right. So we're probably going to get another Shanks, maybe another Hiyori, or a Momonosuke. And let's see. Okay, so we only have 2 more packs after this one for box 3. Yep, Hiyori. I was right. And I prefer to have that more than Momonosuke. Only because she costs 2 and she has a 2K shield. And I prefer to have cards that have a lot of shield. Okay, so that means the rest of this, unless there's another SR in this. Nope. The rest of this side is done. So it's going to be a 4-and-4 spread with, again, slewing to the right-hand side. The right-hand side is looking like the better side right now. The first box was an anomaly. Oh no, there was another SR. So it is, okay, so it does look like you get around 6 SRs and then alt/secret. All right, so that's what we're looking at statistically moving forward. But okay, box 4. All right, this is box 4. Okay, so this box prediction, we're gonna get our first alt art leader. Yeah, I realize that's a little bit generic. And I'm kind of cheating by just saying alt art leader, not saying the name of it. But if I'm going to say the name of the leader, it's still going to be either Perona or, oh gosh, I'm blanking the name. Yamato, there we go. Because, yeah, no, I do want Uda, but I feel like since Uda's the cheapest one of the leaders so far, alt art wise, I could probably just go out and buy one. No, work a little bit of overtime, then just buy alt art Uda. Not that bad, at least compared to the other leaders. Like, I think last time I looked, Yamato was still $200 trending up. Last time I looked, it's been a second, so maybe it's gone down. Fingers crossed. We got another Momonosuke, the right hand side, sleeve. Okay. And then we're going to get, not treasure rare, we're going to get Alt Art Buggy. The one with him just sitting in a mountain of bling. Alright, so come on. We only have a little bit left of the right-hand side for this box. I think we got 5 packs, including this one. So, not many left for a Alt Art slot. So, looking like the left-hand side's looking for some revenge. Saying don't count it out. My rarity ain't that bad. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got another Alt Art. We got Alt Art Luffy. Okay, it's not bad, it's not bad. It's kind of cool. Okay. I probably should be more hyped to get the de facto face card of One Piece, but no, I like my waifus. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so that's the one for the right hand side. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it grooving. And it looks like it's only going to be 4, so we're going to get 5 on the left-hand side. All right, come on now, come on. Okay, there we go. At least we got one, so we got our secret. Finally, we got at least 1 copy of Zoro. Since it's the first one, let's talk about him. 9 cost, 9,000. When attacking, once per turn, 1 Don. Set this character as active. Main. Pay 2, set this character as active. So, as long as you have 3 Don, this character gets 3 attacks, barring any shenanigan from your opponent. So again, it's looking like the right-hand side is the hotness, at least for the top 6 boxes of a case. All right, so not really expecting much from the left-hand side, so we're just going to shotgun right on through because, you know, there's not going to be anything in here. All right, we got to raid you. I'm going to have to go back and get some more sleeves because I ran out. But, yeah. Okay. So, raid you. We got some more Don. Some more rares. So, raid you. Probably going to... Now, we already got 1 Momonosuke in here. So, the next one probably going to be something like another Perona. We haven't seen another Perona in a second. So, that's probably close to what's coming up next. No, we did see 1 more. There it is. There's Shanks, at least. Take this rare. And don't worry. I'm not sleeving it now, but that's mostly because I'm out of sleeves and I got to go somewhere else in my living space to go grab some more. So for right now, I'm just going to open the packs so we can get to the next 2 boxes because this is already taking longer than I expected. You're probably going to see a shorter video, but it's been about an hour thus far right now, just doing this opening. We still got 2 more boxes left. 2 more boxes left. I mean, I'm saying that like it's a bad thing. Being able to acquire a product is a blessing, and getting it for MSRP, bigger blessing. All right, got a hoodie. And if you want to find at least one piece, like right now, yeah, it's hard to get a hold of product. I like to think this is as a transitory time for One Piece. They're going to acclimate with production and demand. So yeah, it's going to be hard right now. It's going to get better. Things always get better. So it's just hold out. If nothing else, you can do what I typically do. At least I still dabble in Yu-Gi-Oh! But I don't really go hard into it now. Here's box 5. But like I was saying, I dabble in Yu-Gi-Oh! So if there's something I want like I like that card, I like to play with it. I typically just wait 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets until the price eventually drops. So if you're patient enough, you can always get a hold of. Ooh, okay. Man, right hand side is just on fire. Here we go. We got Shariah. It's pretty cool. 4,000. Okay, yeah, we already talked about him. It's kind of a bad. It's a cool dude. It's a cool dude. I gotta watch my language, because you never know who's watching these videos. But yeah, as I was saying, if you have enough patience, you will be able to acquire this product. Especially, I know they haven't done it yet. I believe I heard something about a reprint set. So yeah, you might not be able to play with it right now physically. You can still, I believe there's a sim that you can play on. At least you can have some experience in theory crafting there. But if you want to play with the physical product, either you have to spend the exorbitant price. I mean, you are paying for a hobby. It's not necessary, but if you're patient, you can play with whatever you want. It might not be the strongest thing at the time, but you will be able to play with it. And if it's your favorite character, then who cares if it's the best thing at the time of release. All right. But that's enough of my can I consider that a rant? You know, I'm just going to call it a tangent. Just going to call it a tangent. Okay. So back to this box, we got one alt art, no secret rares yet. The right hand side's been hot, hot, hot. Can it keep this up, or will it fizzle out and succumb to the left hand side? All right. Yeah, doesn't seem like I'm getting any of the hot, like the alt art leaders or the special daily live rares just yet. So it might. What they said about the bottom boxes being the hot ones is looking kind of plausible. That or just my entire case is just going to be kind of meh. Meh. If nothing else, I was able to acquire it. So stop complaining. Stop complaining. There we go. We got a Momonosuke. Put the rare over there. And for our final right hand side, we have another secret. Nope. We got another super rare. All right. So at least for this one, I think I need to get the sleeves, but I'll at least put it out. For the right hand side, we didn't do too bad. Didn't do too bad for super rares. All right. Into the left. Come on. Don't scratch up. And to the left. Oh gosh, did I even do the prediction? I was so busy rambling, I didn't even do the prediction. Okay, so we're gonna start now. We're gonna say the prediction for this. Gosh, it'd probably be easier if I had like a display in front of me that had all the alt arts and everything inside of it, or in front. Oh well, nope. Don't even have to bother because we got another secret. We got another Sanji. Another Sanji. Man, he really wants me to try to build a blue deck. I don't wanna. I might be able to do something. Who knows? If anything, it's just gonna be a fun deck with what I'm gonna try to do. I might try to use it to go with Vivi, I guess. There's not too many blue leaders I'm interested in using. Maybe Reiju? No, it's no point putting in Reiju because Reiju already cheats things out. So, yeah. All right. I'll think of something, but only if I get a total play set of Sanjis. That's the only way I'll make I guess a Sanji deck. Yeah, if I get a play set of secret rare Sanjis and I get the structure deck, I'll make a Sanji deck, I guess. Let's see what type of shenanigans I can get into with that. I mean, I can think of one. I can think of one simplistic build Just Sanji and Zoro. 9-drop Sanji, 9-drop Zoro. Play Sanji. I mean, it's gonna have to be prophetic or observation hockey Sanji. I guess that's what I'll call it. Just so I can kind of force Zoro out for almost free. All right, there we go. So I believe we might get one more SR in this, but I believe that's it for this one. Yep, there's another SR. We got Hootie, Hody. And then, yeah, I think these are all just rares. Yep. And the last one, treasure rare? Treasure rare? Question mark? Upward inflection in the voice? Yeah. No. Not surprising. All right, on to the last box of the half case opening video. Again, I'm just gonna say the right-hand side one, because for the most part, alt arts are weighed a little bit more heavily than the secret rares. It's weird, but it is what it is at the moment. All right, here we go, and here's box 6. Okay, I'll do my prediction. I don't think it's going to be right, but we're finally going to get alt art Yamato in this one. This is going to come from the right-hand side because the right-hand side has just been doing me really well this video. So, okay. So, we're going to get alt art Yamato leader, and then we're going to get another alt art Kami. If I'm going to talk something I want to get, I have to balance it out with something I don't want to get. I feel like that's only fair. You know, just to bring balance to the universe. Not the universe, but I guess the box. Or case. Because I assume whenever they put out these cases, they're not just like, okay, we're just going to super put all the sweet hits in this one and then give someone else just like, yeah, you get the scraps of what's left. Like average Joe at Bandai Co. is just, I'm having a bad day, so you get a bad box, you get a bad box. Yeah, you know what? Sun came out. I'm feeling pretty good. You can get the super case. At least I hope that's not how it goes. It's not up to just like whimsy and whatnot. Oh, okay. From the right-hand side, both Momo and Hiyori. Okay, thematic. I like it. Okay, so we haven't hit an alt yet. It's building up dramatic effect. I can respect that. I can respect that. You don't want to show the good cards from a box right at the beginning of the video. That means after that, it's like, I don't care what else he gets. Unless there's like an anomaly in there, then it becomes a little bit more interesting. Like, how'd he get 7 alt arts? What is this box? Yeah, there shouldn't be any chance for you to get, unless they bring back the God Pack, as I think it was called over in Japan, where you got like, if you, I mean, okay, put you to the side. All right, so we got alt art Shanks. Man, that's a handsome dude. Man, I wish I had abs like that. Let me stop. No, actually, I really wish I need to hit the gym more. None of my problems. Okay, on play, KO up to one of your opponent's character with 10,000 power or less. Man, that is a sweet alt art. I wouldn't mind having maybe 3 more of those. Yeah, I'll buy the other 2. For the rest of it, I just want treasure rares and manga rares. Yeah, just manga rares and treasure rares for the remainder of the box, the cases. All right, so we got another Aramaki, and for the last one, on the right-hand side's just been good, just been really good. We have 2 more rares. Okay, on to the left-hand side. Get these rares over here. And you know what? I do have one more sleeve right here. We're going to sleeve this boy up right now. There we go. And we're going to sleeve these after the video. All right, here we go. Just cracking right on through. Is that what I think it is? No. Oh, thank goodness. I was hoping that's not an altar right at the beginning of the left-hand side. Like, oh, come on. There's no reason. Nothing else is interesting in this one now. All right, so we got Perona. It's one SR. We only got 4 on that side, so I'm assuming at least 5 on the left-hand side. Ah, Sanji! My boy! Why you keep showing up? If I get one more I gotta make the Sanji deck. I don't want to. Alright, okay, well, there's the hit. So I guess we're just seeing what other super wares Man, I need to learn to speak. Super rares we're getting in this one. Oof. Left-hand side looking kind of mid. Alright. Well, I guess we'll just take our Altar Shanks and be happy with what we got. Alright, so at least this is the topmost case. So maybe for the next side, the bottom or the remainder of it will just be all good stuff. Or, you know, I'll just get duplicates and I'll just be, just living in Sanjis. Swimming in a sea of kicking Sanjis. Ugh. Yeah. At least just 2 more Zoros. Please. Please. I don't ask for much. Alright, so that's done. What's it? One more? One more SR? There we go. Anything could be wrong. It could be 2. I think that's the last SR. The remainder of this should be rares and dons. Looking good so far. So that's another prediction down the hole. Still no Altar leaders. Still no Altar leaders. My Yamada was avoiding me. Sad face. Alright. And this is the last pack. And we get more rares. Okay. Alright. So that is the first of the box. Well, the first of the case. The first half. So we're going to do some statistics. And we're going to put the results at the end of the video. Alright. Or at the end of the series. Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining in for this first half of the videos. And until the next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.